Welcome to the class of chemistry. So today I am going to tell you something about extraction of iron in blast furnace. So this extraction of iron in blast furnace is based on pyrometallurgy. So what is meant by pyrometallurgy? The metallurgical process which depends on heat, or the metallurgical process where heat is utilized. So it is extraction of iron is based on pyrometallurgy following the principle of smelting. So what is meant by smelting? So smelting is the process in which the ore is mixed with flux and reducing agent and heated. A correct proportion of ore, flux and reducing agent is heated together. That is called as smelting. So the iron is extracting by the smelting process in blast furnace. The furnace is called as a blast furnace. So let us concentrate on the board. So this is the design of the blast furnace. It is a big iron and steel furnace which is lined by calcified dolomite. It is lined by calcified dolomite. So this calcified dolomite is going to maintain the heat as well as it acts as flux. It also produces calcium oxide during the process of metallurgy. So then this part is called as charge door and this is called as tuyer. This part is called as tuyer. So this is the broadest part of the furnace through which the hot air is blown. So from the charge door, charge is introduced into the furnace. From the charge door, charge is introduced in the furnace. So what is this charge? So charge is a mixture of HLC. Charge is a mixture of HLC in the ratio of 8:1:4. H is hematite, L is limestone and C is coke. So charge is a mixture of hematite, limestone and coke in the ratio of 8:1:4. So limestone acts as flux in the furnace. So it is helping to remove the matrix or the impurities, and coke acts as fuel as well as reducing agent. So the function of coke is very important in the furnace. It is having two functions. It is acting as fuel as well as reducing agent. So charge is introduced from the charge door and the hot air is blown or blasted from the broader end of the furnace. So the temperature of the air is approximately 2170 Kelvin. So as the air rises up, the temperature goes on decreasing. So it is an assumption that here it may be the temperature is 1570 Kelvin. Again when it rises up little more, 1270 Kelvin. Again when it rises, the temperature is 1070 Kelvin. And it is creating some reaction zone, and these reaction zones are named as from 1570 to 2170, it is called as combustion zone. Then from 1270 to 1570 zone is called as moderate zone. Then from 1070 to 1270 zone is called as slag formation zone, and below 1070 Kelvin is called as reduction zone. So the furnace is divided as 4 reaction zones: combustion zone, moderate zone, slag formation zone and reduction zone. So in these 4 zones, different types of reactions are taking place inside the furnace. So the combustion zone, what are the reactions taking place? Carbon reacts with oxygen of air and convert into carbon dioxide. And iron oxide, which is formed in other zone, ferrous oxide, it combines with carbon to form iron and carbon monoxide. And hematite is nothing but ferric oxide. Ferric oxide also get reduced by carbon to iron and carbon monoxide. Then in moderate zone, ferrous oxide combines oxide to form iron and carbon dioxide. Then carbon, coke which we have taken, it combines with carbon dioxide which is formed in the combustion zone and convert into carbon monoxide, and it again start reacting with iron oxide. And in slag formation zone, limestone convert into calcium oxide. Limestone is going to convert into calcium oxide and combine with the sand which is the impurity. Limestone convert into calcium oxide and combine with sand and form calcium silicate, which is nothing but slag. And the most important zone is reduction zone. In reduction zone, carbon monoxide is combining with hematite ore Fe2O3. Carbon monoxide is combining with Fe2O3 to form ferriferro-oxide, two oxides of iron, ferriferro-oxide. This ferriferro-oxide again combine with carbon monoxide to form ferrous oxide. This ferrous oxide again reaches to moderate zone and convert into iron. Ferrous oxide also combined with carbon in the combustion zone and convert into iron. But these reactions are too complicated because the reactions are going on in the furnace and it is circulated within the furnace. One of the product is reaching the another zone and reacting with the reactant and giving some product. So, in the PUC syllabus when I take, or 12th syllabus, we have divided these reaction mainly into 3 zones, and let us study what are the important reactions you have to remember. So, in a condensed method, we can study the furnace in 3 zones also. The combustion zone, where carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide further combines with carbon to form carbon monoxide. This is believed to be the hottest zone. Then slag formation zone, where limestone dissociate to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide combined with sand which is present in the hematite as impurity and convert into calcium silicate, which is nothing but slag. Then last part is reduction zone. Reduction zone may be considered where actual reduction of iron ore is taking place, hematite is taking place. So, if it is above 710 degree centigrade, then hematite combine with carbon to form iron and carbon monoxide. And if the zone at reduction zone, hematite combine with carbon to form iron and carbon dioxide. If the temperature is above 710 degree Celsius or centigrade, at that time carbon works as reducing agent. Coke directly acts as reducing agent. But if the temperature is below 710 degree Celsius, then hematite combines with carbon monoxide to form iron and carbon dioxide.